Everyone knows facial droop, arm weakness, and speech difficulty. But what if your patient in the ER has none of those and is still actively stroking out? If you rely only on the fast mnemonic, you are going to miss massive life altering infarcts. Today, we are breaking down the highest yield presentations of stroke without weakness, specifically tailored for PG residents on the front lines. Let us start with the pure sensory stroke. Your patient complains of sudden numbness or tingling on one entire side of their body, including the face, arm, and leg. There is zero motor weakness. You need to immediately suspect a lacunar infarct in the contralateral thalamus, specifically the ventral posterolateral nucleus. Do not brush this off as anxiety or a weird migraine aura. Next, we have to talk about visual deficits. A patient suddenly bumping into walls on the right side might have a right homonymous heminopia. This points straight to a posterior cerebral artery territory infarct affecting the occipital lobe. Even wilder is Anton syndrome, where bilateral occipital infarcts cause cortical blindness. But the patient absolutely denies they are blind. Always check visual fields on every neuro exam because the patient rarely says their visual field is cut. They usually just say their vision is blurry or they feel off balance. Now, what about speech and language? While expressive aphasia often pairs with right-sided weakness due to MCA involvement, you can see isolated Wernicke's aphasia with an inferior division middle cerebral artery occlusion. They speak fluently, but it is absolute word salad. And they have no idea they are not making sense. Another classic board favorite and real life trap is Alexia without agraphia. The patient can write you a full sentence but cannot read the very words they just wrote. This is a highly specific posterior cerebral artery stroke involving the dominant occipital lobe and the splenium of the corpus callosum. The biggest trap of all for residents is isolated vertigo. A patient comes in vomiting and dizzy, and it is incredibly easy to call it benign paroxysmal positional vertigo or vestibular neuritis. But isolated vertigo can absolutely be a cerebellar or brainstem stroke. This is where you must perform the HINTS exam. If you see direction changing nystagmus, a normal head impulse test, or a vertical skew deviation, that is a central lesion until proven otherwise. Do not discharge that patient without advanced imaging. Finally, watch out for sudden behavioral or cognitive changes. Acute confusion, flat affect, or sudden profound amnesia can be a stroke, particularly a bilateral paramedian thalamic infarct involving the artery of Percheron. Sudden onset is your biggest red flag in all of these scenarios. If the symptoms started like a light switch flipping, you must think vascular. As residents, your job is to look past the obvious. Stroke can mimic intoxication, inner ear disease, or even acute psychiatric episodes if you are not careful. Keep your index of suspicion high, trust the sudden onset timeline, and advocate for that MRI when the non-contrast CT is predictably negative. Hit subscribe if you want more high-yield clinical breakdowns, and I will see you on the next shift.